Hello? Are we back?
Oh, does it sound good? Are we good? Test, test, test.
All
producer says
right.
we're good.
Let's do this one more time. Winter came and so did I. Welcome back to another episode of Addicted Media Reviews. My name's Lucas. This
This is Nick, who doesn't believe jokes are ever good enough to say twice.
and today we have a special guest, our good buddy Alex. Alex, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, great.
So what are we talking about?
Winter came.
And so did he. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the big Battle of Winterfell. We were talking while we were underwater about who died in the episode. So far, we got the two Mormonts, Dolores Ed, member of the Night's Watch,
Dead.
Theon, Melisandre,
Dead.
Beric Dondarrion, and Gilly.
Dead.
There's going to
Hey.
be spoilers going forward.
You
Oh yeah,
said
that was the first thing we were supposed to say. Spoilers ahead. Apologies if you haven't
Yeah.
seen the episode.
Ghost.
But why are you
Oh,
here?
did Ghost make it? Oh no, maybe.
Wait. Did we see Ghost?
No,
die
he
in the
charged
episode?
him with the Dothraki.
That's a mess up way to have a dog go. Didn't even see it?
So
Yeah.
they ghosted him.
Oh.
Ah.
I mean, sorry.
But he wasn't even on fire, so we
Ooh,
couldn't even see
ooh.
his light go out.
I think all the I mean, clearly the white dragon is gone, but I think the other two dragons are
Kaputs.
still alive.
Yep.
But yeah,
Oh,
no,
but some Dothraki made it back though.
I think we're going by comic book rules. If we don't see the body, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, that's what.
I think Ghost is still alive out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why we didn't see him die.
Going off the dead list,
He's like Balto.
I have a good pun for Beric Dondarrion, and I thought like, oh, why aren't they using his body to block the door? And that way he could be Barricade Dondarrion.
That was good. Delivery could use a little work, but that was good.
Yeah, I flubbed that. Sorry, but Barricade Dondarrion. That's the pun. What did you think?
About the pun? The pun I give a B+.
All right.
Sick.
So jumping back into the actual episode, aside from the Deadpool, which I'm not doing too bad because I think I had most of these people dying. The only thing I'm wrong about is who actually killed the Night King, which we'll talk about later.
I'm so wrong. I'm not even going to talk about it. And he didn't do it.
Yeah,
right?
so
Yeah.
I'm correct.
Okay.
I got all of them right.
Continuing my gripe from last week, the White Walkers arrived last week. Maria, it's a big discussion right now about Gilly. We think that she's dead. Some people say they saw her die. I trust the person who said she saw her die, and she wasn't there at the end. But Lucas doesn't see it, so we don't know. But my gripe from last week, the White Walkers show up. They're standing there. Everybody sees them in the distance. And then this episode, they had time for everybody to get into their positions, to line up, to get everything ready. And the White Walkers still took their time getting there. But when they got there, it was like they were all charging at full speed.
Yeah, then they turned into World War Z zombies.
And it's just like, why weren't they doing that in the first place? Why did they give them time to line up?
I don't know. Night King likes his toying.
Well,
It seems like.
he took his time a lot.
Yeah, for what reason? It's like he wanted them to win.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, he really took his time.
Okay, well, we're jumping ahead to that end.
I'm just saying, he's a stroller.
That was the longest walk of the show's history.
Yeah, even longer. Than
Like, I know they're White
Cersei.
Walkers, but like, damn, they're not like slow White
I know.
Walkers.
Even Cersei had a little bit of haste getting hit with tomatoes. All right, nobody remembers. Okay.
When she did her walk of shame, yeah,
Yeah,
she
walk
did
of
that.
shame,
She
yeah.
did that. She did that faster than
Well, you're naked walking down the street. You're gonna have a little bit of hurry to your
a
stroll.
little hitch in your giddy up.
It's probably cold too. It's like get off the street, get off the street.
Yeah. Well, Red Woman we see for the first time
This
in a long
season.
time
Yeah.
this season.
I mean, I knew she was gonna show up. I thought she'd be bringing like reinforcements, a la Gandalf.
She just bring fire.
She brought fire so that we could clearly see all the Dothraki die very quickly and prove that they were utterly useless
But
against
that
the
was
White Walkers.
for cinematic purposes, because why, if she knew that they were all gonna die, why did she even bother?
Maybe she thought they'd kill more with the flaming swords. I don't understand why they didn't like line all of their weapons with dragon glass. They knew that their weapons
Yeah.
don't work against the White Walkers.
They really just threw them to the wolves on purpose.
I'm gonna chalk it up to good old Dothraki stubbornness, and that you're not gonna touch my sword.
Well, they probably shouldn't have been that useful in that battle anyway, because they're saying people from the south aren't good with the North Winners. People from Essos must really suck.
I mean, it's a good point. Why not save the Dothraki for when you actually have to attack King's Landing? What's the point in throwing them at the White Walkers and watching them all get slaughtered?
That was a bad waste of good troops.
Did some of them still have like exposed shoulders?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it looked like some of them were like, "Don't give a fuck about no cold."
Yeah.
But all the
frostbite.
Unsullied had sleeves.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going back to the sleeves.
How many Unsullied did we lose? Because I think that was the bigger loss.
Many.
A lot.
But I respected the Unsullied for when they would just sit there and be like, cover the retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And like they knew they were just basically a wall. If you knew the one was going to die.
Who would you have put in the front of the line if you knew one of the armors?
I wouldn't have sent an army forward. I would have said, they're coming to attack us. Everybody stay here and wait for them to get here. What's the point?
Yeah.
I saw there was an article of some military guy was picking apart Jon Snow's plan on the war table thing. I didn't read it.
Well, good point to bring up there.
But I'm just saying that's probably one of the flaws is you're just going to by their plan, you're just going to decimate one of these little things real quick. That's what happened.
It felt like they were deliberately trying to weaken Daenerys. It's like get rid of as much of her armies, weaken her dragons, put her in a bad position.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the point is just yet, but I definitely got that sense. We were just wiping out her stuff left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the writers or the other people coming up with the plan?
Oh, the writers.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's see, what other comments we got? Would all three armies have fit in there, though? I thought the issue was that they can only barricade a certain amount of people inside because before the battle was camped out outside. Well, at a certain point, it's like throw the Dothraki behind the castle or tell them to, stand in retreat in case we need a cavalry. That's usually what you do with the cavalry is they sit back and wait for the moment.
Yeah, I also thought that was a gross misuse of the dragons the whole time. I thought they were to come out. Don't you start out with aerial attacks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try to take out as much as you can. But instead, Jon and Daenerys are playing Quidditch outside. There's not going thousands of their dudes aren't dying right now.
Well, it also showed the huge flaw with the Dothraki because they had the cannonballs coming out, and they're like, "Oh wait, stop firing them because now our horses are in there." It's like,
yeah.
Well, what are you doing? Why'd you send the horses in? It seemed like cannonballs were doing much more damage.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you like this? I've heard this battle be compared to Helm's Deep so far.
Oh, really? By who?
Well, no. Actually, now other people are catching on. There's a lot of Helm's Deep parallels going on here. So for you, now that this one was a whole hour-long battle.
There was somebody in my written review on another website that made a comment about there's only so many ways to shoot preparation for a siege battle and to shoot a siege battle. And he said it's not Game of Thrones' fault that Lord of the Rings did it first. They're just doing the same type of siege battle. I heartily disagree with that point. Mm-hmm. I think that there's lots of ways of doing it. Yeah, in concept, a siege battle is a siege battle, but it just felt like Game of Thrones didn't know how to make it different.
Their own? Yeah.
It wasn't that it wasn't a great battle. It was amazing. Tonight was edge of your seat type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the basic crowd shots and sad people dying and people watching the horror was I've seen a lot of this already.
I loved that they were able to draw out the hopelessness feeling that long. You know what I mean? Because as the battle just kept progressing, it was no, they're gone, they're done.
Honestly, I think the only weak part for me was the aerial dragon battle because it was just really hard to tell what was going on.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a lot of fluttering. I had the same problem with the opening of the last Harry Potter, or well, not Harry Potter. What was it? The Fantastic Beasts, where they had the whole prison escape and they were in the air and they were fighting and shooting magic. I liked the Harry Potter franchise, but that first scene, I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's too fast. There's too many quick shots.
Too furious.
Yes, Alex.
Yeah.
Too fast,
Family.
too furious.
Oh, I have notes. All right. So we're at
Too fast, too furious.
Mm-hmm.
Julian also had a problem with the editing and the score. I like bits of the score though. I like the song at the end.
I didn't like the song at the end.
But you didn't like the song when Cersei killed everybody too.
The Sept song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it's like. It feels a little too.
Ryan Faulkner is commenting. Ryan Faulkner, welcome to the, to the chat.
we're having a we're having an argument about whether or not that score was actually good. I mean, yeah, that one in particular didn't work for me. I don't know why it didn't. It just felt a little too modern, whereas the previous pieces felt more in line with the period.
I don't know. You can only hear a variation of the Game of Thrones theme so many times in one episode.
Sure.
I was just like, oh, something new. Thank God.
Right.
But I think we needed Podrick to sing this one.
Oh, hello. Where was Night King? Oh my gosh, we're coming in hot with these.
That's
comments
a
right now.
paragraph, Maria.
We got two different opinions. Might say they're evening the score.
Wow. Yeah. But I think the one. I think there's one piece that we're all talking about that it was
Before the Night King.
Yeah.
I liked it. I personally really enjoyed that piece of music.
Okay.
I thought it was intentionally different, and it was supposed to set a different tone.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to kind of fool you into like someone's gonna die, something bad's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in a way, like bad shit did just happen. They were kind of giving you like the eulogy for Winterfell and a lot of characters.
Yeah, they're gonna also have to rebuild that whole place. It's beat up.
The Tyrion and Sansa moment in the crypt, I did not understand. It felt pointless. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, she was basically like, "Yo, you pretty cool."
It did feel that emotional moment did feel a little forced.
Was it one of you guys that said you thought maybe she was gonna like slit her?
I thought that's where it was going.
Yeah.
That she was
like,
gonna kill
let's just-
herself.
We see what's going on right now. I'm not trying to become one of them, so let's kill ourselves with some dragon glass and make sure that doesn't happen.
I mean, technically speaking, out of the whole time when she pulled that knife out, nothing really happened.
Yes, Carlo, that's what we're talking about. But thank you for chiming in. That was Carlo, who's usually on the couch.
We have off-camera producers.
But Carlo's being technical today and helping us out. Luckily, he was. That's how we got the sound glitch fixed out.
So you guys remember that part whenever Sansa and
Oh, I like Julian.
Tyrion were chilling,
Thanks, Alex.
and then that knife?
I like Julian's thought. He thought they were going to kill each other, Romeo and Juliet style.
Oh wow.
That would have been epic.
You know what would have been real cool? If you just started biting him.
Maria, I do agree. They used the throat crunching sound effect a lot this episode because when Lady Mormont got grabbed by the giant, it was the exact same sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he started crushing in her chest. She was like, the thumb was all up.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh,
you're right.
was anyone else waiting for a head pop?
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
totally waiting for a.
Lloyd Christmas, Faulkner, we talked about that last week. The crypts are the stupidest idea in the world. The
Yeah,
guy brings people
we did
back
talk
from the
about
dead.
that. Make It Dirty actually called that out last week.
I'm just super disappointed we did not see a headless Ned Stark trying to kill them because that would have been epic.
That'd have been.
Did they get the body back?
Yeah, they brought it back to Winterfell.
Oh.
Yeah, that I thought they should have made more of a point about like bringing like now Lyanna's fucking with him and now Ned's fucking with him, so you know just how desperate the whole situation was.
Now that I think about it, was Lady Mormont killing the giant like foreshadowing of how Arya was going to kill the Night King? Same situation.
I think they did it
yeah,
just
yeah.
for the
She did good.
kind of juxtaposition of the tiniest person there
Mm,
against the
yeah.
biggest thing there, and they did it. They did
It
it
was
really
a David and
cool.
Goliath moment.
He could have had Lady Stoneheart.
We will never get over the Lady Stoneheart issues.
Could have had Lady Stoneheart.
But we had Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah. So okay, try to move chronologically.
Oh wait, just one quick point about Beric and the Red People. Anybody else kind of disappointed that Melisandre got to choose her own moment to die?
I thought she was gonna smash her face.
Didn't deserve that.
To catch
Didn't
everything
deserve
on
that
fire.
for what?
Like, I know that she came back and she set the thing on fire, but I was kind of hoping when she set it on fire, like one of the White Walkers would like reach through and grab her and like kill her right then and there. So like she died, but she still did something noble in her death. Or I was hoping that Arya would just kill her. Because Arya's dropping the ball this season. She's forgiving people instead of killing people, and that's not in character.
Yeah.
But then she told her, she was like, "Oh, yo, you're gonna kill people with brown eyes, hazel eyes, and blue eyes." And she was like, "Yo, I know what you mean, though. You get to live."
I thought she just straight up ran away at that moment when she was like, pat, 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 pat. That's she just scampers away. She's like, not today.
I'm out.
I had the same thought about the effect of Dragonglass killing White Walkers. Because everybody was, or most of the people left in the castle were using Dragonglass or were using Valyrian steel.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it was like that effect was hit or miss of when they wanted to spend the money on it. And we just saw a lot of blood and people just dying. And I was like, they're fighting White Walkers.
Yeah, because I totally thought I was going to see more pop, pop, like pop,
And
pop,
it did
pop,
happen
pop,
every
pop.
now and then when they had
Yeah.
like money shots. But otherwise, they were just like, can't afford it. Just kill them regular. Just kill them
Yeah.
regular.
Yo, Fred, fall down.
And it could be that like they were planning on doing more of the effect later, but they ran
Mhm.
out of time or ran out of money.
We did get some digital blood.
Did anyone feel? You remember the moment? Okay, so the moment where Arya like retreats back into the castle and she is like going back into that room where the White Walkers are. She hears people scampering. What? Okay, first question is why did she go in there?
Why were White Walkers chilling in the library?
I felt like we walked into The Walking Dead.
That brings me to my point was this Arya's audition for the Last of Us movie? Because she did Last of Us things the entire time, which is stealth moves through a book to distract them so that they wouldn't see her. And but she's also being considered for that role of the girl in the last live action Last of Us movie.
I don't think the two are connected.
I don't, but she was probably like, guys, I know this is probably an appropriate task right now, but can I do like some Last of Us stuff in this scene right now? And they were like, really, right now? And
I thought it was a somewhat unnecessary scene because it was a very long episode.
look, I have pointless written under here.
There was so much happening. There was so many other characters that we wanted to see. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it. We could have
Mhm.
just shown that she was trapped, shown that she escaped, and then shown the Hound and Barrack going to help her. It kind of made her seem a lot weaker, and it made her seem
Yeah.
like less of the warrior that she was because she was just hiding the whole time, and she didn't know what to do.
That was so. I thought of that too, 5 back, and in retrospect, when with the whole thing, in the moment, I was like, after that scene ended, I was like, that was stupid. But what that did was prove how quiet she was, I guess. But the thing is,
You could have done that in a very much shorter scene.
right, it could have been done quicker, and it was like seemingly unmotivated as to why she would go into a closed room with 9 of those dudes.
I just realized something. The Night King, his backup dudes, super suck. Because they didn't do anything during the battle, and then they didn't even see her coming. They were just, like, back-
All of it could have been quicker.
I won't disagree with that, especially at the end when the Night King's walking up to Bran. That was a huge like, oh my god, come on, get there. It was a good payoff though.
That's like
Oh
if
my
the
God.
Secret
I'll forgive him for
Service
that.
was just watching the president like chill and like, yo, that person's killing the president right now. I didn't see that coming at all. Why did we put?
Yeah, I thought Maria's right. I thought I would have liked to see her take the face of a white and have it.
Remember,
been
I told you
that.
last week that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
see happen. I wanted to see her take a face, whether it's Bran, so that she could be like facing the Night
Oh,
King
that
and
would've been
surprise
cool.
him,
Yeah,
or if
yeah.
she took the face of a white.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a power that she has, nobody else has, but maybe it means that they're saving it for King's Landing. Maybe it doesn't work on White Walkers, so they're saving it for when she's fighting.
You think they're going to
humans.
give her 2 big kill moments?
I don't think she'll get to kill anybody, but it'll be a moment where she gets to use it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully. They could have staged her sitting on the tree. Would have made more sense.
Also, Alex, I think you brought this up earlier. What was the point of Theon charging him with the spear?
Yeah, that was super dumb on his part. Because, like, this dude's, like, smashing people left and right. He's fast, super fast. And then Theon's just super standard spear attack. It's like, yo, snap that. Stab you real quick.
I'll give you that, Julian. He usually runs away. So it meant something for Theon to charge at him. But still, like, do something better.
No. So basically, he was like, oh, well, I'm doing the sacrifice move I was supposed to do for my sister, where I was supposed to get axed in the eye.
But at least give him, like, a move, something intelligent. He's still going to die, but don't just make it like, I'm going to do the stupidest thing possible and just run straight at him.
Should have gone for a slide move and try to poke him in the
Speaking of that scene, there was a close-up on the Night King. Did anyone else, did you guys think that was a rolling pin he had suddenly stuffed in his
his sword?
scabbard? Yeah, did anyone else think it was like, is that a rolling pin? Okay, let's answer this one. Do you think Jaime or someone else close to Cersei would die, and she'll take their face to assassinate her? Maybe she kills her Greyjoy lover and takes his face.
I still think that Jaime's gonna.
Yes, look like cellophane. That's an answer to you. Because the Night King had the weirdest looking sword.
Yeah, that was weird.
It almost like I don't know what
It
look
looked
they
it
were
looked
going
like
for.
it looked like bound like dried up corn husks that he had used
I was like, it's supposed to
as
look like
as a hilt.
flesh, like a flesh sword. Look, the Night King was going
That
for,
was
or
weird.
bone, or whatever the hell it was. It looked stupid.
Yeah, whatever CG house they got to do this one was like they were flubbing it up left and right.
I think the Night King would be really sensitive about this if he were still alive.
Yeah.
Anybody else think it kind of sucked that the Night King didn't fight?
Yeah, I know. He threw one spear. Yo, and he just stood in that
And whiffed it.
fire. He could have, like, she was like, oh, this dude is melted. And then he could have thrown the spear right through the flame and then hit her with it. But instead, he's like, yo, I want her to see me alive.
Like I kind of wanted to see him pull out the stupid sword and fight somebody, even if it's not Jon.
Yeah. Yeah, you could fight the Mormont dude for a couple minutes.
Or if Theon would. Well, I don't understand why Theon didn't have a sword.
Ooh, Julian said this was very Snoke-like, of an anticlimactic ending. I'm not sure which ending he's referring to because there's
Probably
a
the
big
Last Jedi.
Julian. There's a like a 20-second delay of when we talk and when we see your comments.
That's an interesting point. Maria says, did he not die because of dragon fire because he was a dead dead Targaryen?
Oh,
Wow.
I think that's too deep for what's happened in these episodes in this season. I think it's literally somehow the.
Carla, you don't have a mic.
Oh no, he can talk to us.
He has to be holding
Carla
the mic
thinks
if he's going to talk.
I was saying, especially now that he's, spoiler alert, dead. So
Man.
he's a support with his raise the dead. Oh, so he's like Mercy from Overwatch.
I don't know what that means.
By the fire.
I mean, it could be that because I didn't want to talk about this.
Cold.
It's all right.
Arya potentially is the prophesized one, the Azor Ahai, and so she was the only one that could kill the Night King.
I thought that had to do with flaming sword though.
Well, that part's all screwed up. I don't know.
Well,
what that's
technically,
about.
since there was a Valyrian steel knife, that's what they were saying could have been the case for Jon Snow as well.
That the flame sword means Valyrian steel.
Yeah. That's what some of the theories.
I'm
were
really surprised that Melisandre did not talk about it before her death. They made a whole thing about it, and they didn't say anything.
They can't write dialogue. They can't write dialogue anymore.
Well, I'm almost wondering if it's like, oh, George R. R. Martin didn't tell him anything about that. He's saving it for the book, so they're just not going to bring it up.
Probably. But the unfortunate part of these last couple seasons of Game of Thrones is that they can't write dialogue anymore. The fact that you can predict what a character is going to say after a line goes out means that they can't write anymore. So and that's why we're very fortunate to finally be in the home stretch where it's just fighting. So now we're getting really good battle scenes. So now I'm very excited for Game of Thrones again.
I knew from like the beginning of the season that Arya was gonna have that whole thing of dialogue where she was like, yeah. That sounded way different. I realized like what you might have thought that meant if you didn't see the episode yet. But
This
that's
is-
running.
This is why we're not a podcast, because if you just heard that, you'd be very confused.
Well, I was doing running hands.
That's my
She was
point.
running away.
Maria thought so accurate.
I think.
I had another point. You made me forget about it. Oh, what about when Daenerys, her dragon gets attacked by all the whites, and it throws her off as it flies away, leaves her in the middle of a battlefield. Mormont comes to defend her one last time. saves the day. She's still alive. He's dying in her arms. Then the dragon comes back. And it's like, too little, too late. Where were you at?
Yeah.
Well, the dragon was like, "Oh my God, this is how you get ants," and dipped off.
Lloyd Christmas says
yeah.
feels bad for Jorah. That dude was friend zoned and led on for years.
And then he died. And then she was like, "Yo, this sucks. I think I love you." What? Oh shit, I'm healed.
How much do you think the whites and all of their attacks really hurt the dragon? Because I know you guys were saying it's like little ant bites or like little stings, but they're like full on swords that they're stabbing him with.
But how deep should they really be going? Because it's like a lot of some parts.
Because we saw, like, I think in the scene where they're like chasing down Dondarrion and the Hound, and you can see like, I guess they're all carrying just daggers, tiny swords.
Who, the whites?
The whites or the zombie, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, they tore up his wings too.
No, yeah.
Although he flew in at the end.
Like they're all just carrying little prison shanks.
But when he was getting hit with all the arrows in that one, when he came to in Essos or whatever, he was just smacking them away with his chest meat. He's like ding 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 ding, like it was nothing. So shouldn't that be similar? Like how strong are white?
Oh, Maria's also bringing
Whites
up that they
really?
made a point of saying that they're not eating right now, so they're weaker in the north. So they could be not at full strength.
But does that make being like, if I haven't eaten in a while or haven't taken protein in a while, my skin doesn't get weaker. I just can't lift as much.
They did. She brings up a good point because they did make a point of mentioning that in the previous episode. Like they can't do the cold. Like they're not in their element.
Well, breathe on yourself.
Just like, all right, we're good.
That's what humans do with cold.
I mean, there's two of them. Breathe on each other?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Stupid dragons.
It was nice to see Daenerys lift up a sword, though, because there was a moment where you're like, she's not just going to stand there and watch him fight, right?
That would have been whack if she was just like, "Oh, you got this."
Were you guys satisfied or disappointed with Jon Snow's performance this episode?
Yo, he was in the Goblet of Fire game. Man. He picked the dead dragon out of the pouch.
That at the beginning, Julian, when there was the scene in like the Godswood and stuff.
I mean, we were watching on HBO Go, and it felt like the stream was already bad, not the best quality.
We blamed it on like broadband issues, like.
But it was also
qualities.
like super dark and
dark
grainy.
scenes.
Regardless.
Dark scenes were very hard to watch.
But you know that they definitely did shoot it at night, so it might have just been like the best that they had because they were actually shooting this. They were actually doing it at night. Like this wasn't day for night shit. This wasn't like faking this battle. They did it all.
He yelled at the dragon. I do remember that.
Oh, and did Daenerys and Jon like collide in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't see each other and like, boop, oh my God, you just sideswiped my dragon.
I kind of like it. I kind of like that because it's like neither of them can claim to be good dragon writers. You know what I mean? It's like neither of them claim to be like, I'm not good at this. Jon learned how to do this like yesterday.
Yeah. Well, also like the dragons, it's still up to the dragons. Like the dragon's not gonna be like, oh, you want me to go straight? I see this fool though, so I'll just go straight. You said so, and then collide. The dragon probably didn't see either.
Well, to me, it's like you're not really like there's no saddle, there's no stirrups. You're just kind of like where the dragon's going. That's where I'm going, and I could try to be like left.
I think the area that I'm missing accuracy is the amount of flies that they should be eating. Where is that at?
The dragons or the people
The
riding
people
them?
riding them.
Are there flies that high up in the air?
like roadkill, like
Yeah. It's
like I just want to see one. I just want to see one scene where Jon gets nailed in the face with a
Maria
gull.
says it's too cold for flies. Also, Maria and Julian,
you
are you guys in the same room commenting? Because that's hilarious.
Flies, no birds. Maybe probably birds. Flies don't
yeah.
go that high, man.
Well, yo, they're all over, up and down.
Not in the clouds.
Okay.
Wow.
never left LA. He lived in Japan for like 140 years, right? Something like that.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh yeah, 140 for sure.
I'm more reading comments.
No, he's with
Dude, Japan's flies are huge.
yeah, but how high do they go?
I
So you're saying
when have I been that high?
I don't
think we're
know.
getting
We've
off
been in a
track.
plane. No, we can't. We're not leaving the flies now. He said there should be more flies as you're driving
So
a
what
dragon.
you're saying is this comment really bugged you.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wait, does LA
Next
know for
next
flies?
topic.
There's no.
Not enough birds in the sky hitting them in the face.
There you go. That
There's a
makes
massive
sense.
storm. Nothing can fly in the storm.
All
Except
right,
for
now-
well, even the dragons had
But
trouble
he
flying in
wanted
the storm.
he wanted like a neck with
More hail in the eyes,
bug in my face.
Was there hail? I thought it was just like snow.
snow in the eyes.
What was the point of Bran warging there? I had the same thing. I was like, Bran, what the fuck are you doing? We're probably
Yeah.
gonna find out like next episode or the episode after this what Bran was doing. But it was like crows, there's the Night King, and then he's just out.
Maybe it
For no reason.
starts with a POV of him warged into Ghost, and he really just runs off.
That's a good point. Because we didn't see what happened to Ghost, and he can warg into the direwolves.
Are they gonna flashback into when he did that or something?
Or maybe they'll go into like where Ghost is now, and then start it off from the warging position.
If it was just to get a read on the Night King's position, he should have come back and told somebody, though. He stayed in his warg state the whole time.
But maybe it's a
time
combination of like, nah, those dudes can die, and I'm just gonna wait until the last possible moment, until Theon has to die also, and then I'm gonna come back. Bran has many spies with many eyes, as told by Lloyd Christmas.
How far can he warg? Can he warg into something?
I don't think like distance is really a concern, considering he can warg through time.
Oh, but I'm just thinking like, yo, he should just warg into a fly in. Well, no, he should choke Cersei with a fly.
All right.
Okay,
Again, we're getting off track. What other big things you want to talk about, Lucas? Oh, Arya's weapon. They made a whole thing about Arya's weapon. She had one really cool scene with this weapon, and then.
I liked it. I liked it though.
Well,
But I
gotta
wanted to
say, I
see
was
more of
satis-
that weapon.
I mean,
She
I
looked
don't
like
know.
Oberyn.
She kind of did, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I
But then
wish.
again, she could find the weapon. It could still be of use this season, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It didn't get destroyed.
yeah, she just has to take the bodies off.
I hope she finds it again, 'cause yeah, that was badass.
Who is gonna clean all?
I loved the moment where Davos looked at her and was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. He's like, yo, you are legit.
Because really, nobody's seen her fight. She just talks a big game. And this was the episode where it's like, oh, no, she could fight.
Yeah.
Well, because Brienne was like, oh my god.
I kind of wanted to see Jon Snow 1v1 the Night King one more time, because I saw that moment where he was like, 1v1 me, bro. And didn't get to happen because he was like, no, I'm going to do this res move right now.
Well, I was like, his arms are raising the dead. Why not, like, throw your sword at him? He'll either stop raising the dead to block the sword, or he won't, and then you stab him.
Mhm.
It's a win-win situation.
Mhm.
If we had ninjas, it wouldn't have been an issue. He would have just thrown some ninja stars.
Arya is the
Oh,
ninja.
Yo, she needs some Valyrian steel ninja stars. Next episode.
I feel like he was close enough to throw something.
And then at the end, after Arya has the most epic fucking assassination of all time, she stands there and Bran just gives her another fucking weird look. Like, just stares at her. Not even a dude, that was sick. Like not even something close to that. I don't know. Bran, come on, man.
Well, he even gave Theo a thank you.
Theon.
Theon. Oh man, I was thinking Theo Huxtable. My bad.
I feel like he was giving Theon absolution before he died. He was like, you're going to go kill yourself really stupidly, but you're a good man anyway.
Yeah. He's like, yo, thank you, dude. Yeah, and then he didn't even realize how much that thank you meant because people haven't been getting thank yous. And then where was what's her name who was upset about not getting a thank you?
Who?
The girl who was taking them all over the place. Who was with them in the north.
Oh shit.
Oh, the one who died when he became the three-eyed raven?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't. Did she? No, her brother died.
Jojen.
Jojen-
Jojen's sister.
Oh, is she still alive?
Yeah, she was like, my brother died for you, and he's like, or she's like, Bran, I'm not really.
Tonks. Is that her name?
No, that she died.
Is her
trying
name
to kill
Tonks? That sounds like a Harry Potter name. That is a Harry Potter name.
that because that's the same actress who played the wildling who tried to kill Ramsay and got stabbed in the throat. But not that. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the Jojen's sister.
It is in the Harry Potter. Thanks,
Well,
Maria.
there you go. Okay. I lost my train of thought thinking about Tonks.
So, but Jojen's sister.
Anybody else wonder why Melisandre didn't give everybody a flaming weapon?
Because she sucks.
Was that just too much work?
Are they the one that maybe they're the only ones who had like uniform swords? So it's some kind of magic where it's like I can only do this.
only do curvy swords. I'm sorry. I'm a specialist. Niche.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
She's like, I only know the curved sword spell. Man, I don't know the straight swords.
Yeah,
I think she's just all about the drama and the theatrics. She's like, these ones are all going to die. I want to see them. I want to see their lights go out.
Oh, not dragon glass swords. Oh. Maria, why you gotta be all like knowing everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's showing
Come
everybody
on,
up.
man. I know. She's making me look like
Oh
I shouldn't even be watching the show.
12, 2, 5, 6.
All right, so Tyrion again did nothing. What's his arc for this season? What's he
Oh
gonna
my god,
do?
just kill him. Oh, he's useless. Just. Oh my
I-
god.
He's trying to
Throw
find
it-
love. man.
I brought up an idea earlier to the guys, and I really like the idea. I think that Tyrion will get to kill Cersei, and that way him and his brother can both be Kingslayers.
I think that's wrong.
I think that'd be amazing.
It would be nice. But it's not going to happen. You know what's going to happen? He's going to watch his sister get murked by his brother. And then his brother's going to take his skin off. It's going to be Arya.
So Arya gets to kill everybody?
No. And then she's going to take her skin off. And it's going to be Jamie again.
This
Yes.
is gonna be like that scene where you just keep ripping off faces.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay,
What else you got in your notes there, Lucas?
that's it. Not even a sick bro from Bran. That's my last note.
All right.
Who's the golden one? Not the Golden Army. Don't do that. Oh, let's talk about predictions for next episode.
Oh yeah, next episode.
Because we don't watch the
Next time on.
next time on Game of Thrones.
Well, they finally got to go down to King's Landing. Do you think they'll do an entire episode on Cersei, or do you think we'll also show some of the aftermath of the Winterfell?
That's what I think. I think she's gonna be super happy, like, oh, this is my time to rid me of that problem.
So do you think
Because-
they're gonna like look south, and all of a sudden the Golden Army is gonna be coming up from behind them?
Because I probably, according to Cersei, her thoughts probably, I'm not sending my army up there because worst case scenario, they all die and we all die. Best case scenario, they survive and 75% of their army gets wiped out, and then they're not even a problem.
But the thing is, who's going to tell her what happened? Because the North should just, like, chill, figure stuff out for a little bit. They should act like they have some time, because why would she come up if she doesn't know what's happening?
I think it'd be interesting if don't talk about the trailer. We don't watch the trailer.
Could have swore I just said that.
I think it'd be interesting if they did send the Golden Company up to the north, and they like took advantage of the fact that they just fought a battle and they like just swept through them real fast. It's like a quick surrender type situation, so that Cersei wins, and the rest of the season is everybody just finding a way to strike back.
then they did throw in a Sansa doing a derogative like Dragon Queen name thrown at Daenerys. Yeah. Sorry, I've had too much horn drink.
Sunny D.
Yeah.
But what? I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
He's been drinking a lot of that water too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't show it. We're not sponsored yet.
Maria brings up a good point. Like, she's paying for that army. She's going to run out of money if
Oh.
they keep it there. She can't just use them defensively.
But wasn't it that or wasn't it Mormont that fought for the Golden Company at one point? And some other people are affiliated that are in the north.
I don't remember. But wasn't the cost of the army, though, weren't they like, we know you don't have a lot of money, but if you win the 7 kingdoms, you're going to get all this money
So
again.
Maria brought up, is there a timestamp on that, though? Like,
They
does
may
she
have
a
given
cer-
her more time because they're like, as long as you win, we know that you can afford to pay us.
Yeah.
So there's like a use this as long as you need type of thing.
But she might have got a discount because they didn't bring the elephants.
Might call it a truncated price.
All right.
Hey, I like that one.
Vocab.
All right.
No reaction.
Where are we time
No reaction from the producers on that one.
I think so. Yeah. Next episode, back to King's Landing.
I mean, it's
Cersei
weird.
finds out.
I mean, there's not much of an army left for two sides to fight, so everything is just going to be political, like true Game of Thrones style, or will there be another battle this season?
There's got to be. She's got a golden army. There's got to be.
You got 2 wounded dragons.
If they try to like weigh this whole season on we're just gonna do dialogue the rest of the season or no more battles, then we're looking for a disappointing end of the season.
Who's left? The Dothraki are gone, unsullied, been decimated. The North has been decimated.
But we have the best of the best. Like clearly, like they fought off the White Walkers. So there's no army at this point, I think, that they can't fight against.
But yeah, but they're all.
But if there's like
tired.
20 of them, and she's got an army of like 10,000, doesn't matter how good you are.
There are no giants left on their team, huh?
No?
Yeah. Well, maybe. No, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Any other predictions? Will we see Bronn take a shot at Jaime and Tyrion next episode?
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's probably coming up, huh?
I think Jaime is set to die real soon, and I think that's why Tyrion will have more prominence later in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm still convinced that. Well, I guess it would have to be Jaime or Tyrion that kills Cersei. But I don't know why I'm still convinced that it's Jaime. It just
I have
so
to-
poetic.
Is there something? All right, we're good. Before we wrap this up, I have an admission to make that all of my Game of Thrones knowledge is because of a woman named Christina Hudson and a man named Tris Murray. And I will also follow that up with I am under complete duress as I say that statement.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I know. Let's just continue and wrap this up. Send it home. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
All right.
Yeah.
Lose a bet.
I know.
Lucas is being mysterious and weird. Usually
Yep.
that's the job of Carlo, so good job for filling in.
You're
Are they
welcome.
at least watching the episode?
Yes, they are avid watchers on the wall, and
Hold on. Of the show or of this show?
both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
As long as you subscribe, it's all good.
They wanted that was their version of a shout out.
And I mean, to be honest, I never really believed you had that much Game of Thrones knowledge anyway, so this explains a lot.
Burr, 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 burr.
Well,
Burn.
I'm sure most of us are absolutely exhausted from this episode and events happening in the world.
It's been a big nerd weekend.
It's been a very
a lot of big
nerd
battles.
weekend. And I think it's time to send everybody to bed.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end game this on.
Oh, my shirt.
No. What is that? Oh, the
Is it Carmen Sandiego?
No, it's Indiana Jones looking at
a
something
game of Snake.
because he hates snakes.
Because he hates.
Yes. Great. All right, let's sign off for the night. I think we did good.
Let's send her home. Sorry.
Lucas, you're in charge tonight. You sign us off.
Okay. thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you, Alex, for joining us this week. It was wonderful having you.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, it was as weird as we thought it was going to be.
It was a good time.
Oh, we're frozen.
Up here, we're frozen.
Hopefully, we're not frozen because our monitor shows that we're frozen. But if we're not, we love you. Thank you so much.
We'll see you next
have a
week.
good night. We'll see you next week.